Welcome back, nerds, to the More Than a Cartoon podcast. I am your host today, Dr. Applesauce, joined by my co-host, Kyle Box. And guys,
in the flesh.
Yeah, this might look a little bit different than usual, right? Because we're actually in the same room.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. It's not across states.
Yeah, halfway across the country or something. Yeah.
Inches, people. Inches, and that matters.
Depends on who you're asking. Anyways, not only are we in the same room, but we're actually at the same convention.
Yes.
What convention are we at?
We are at Level Up Expo, and let's be honest, it's my first convention too, and it has been a great experience. Great experience. I kind of had Will hint a little bit last week's episode that,
I did.
he's like, maybe something might be in the works, and something was. It was a very spur of the moment. This is within days this all happened.
Yeah.
And then here we are. It's a big risk, but at the same time, it's been very rewarding.
I didn't want to confirm anything last week just in case it didn't work.
Yeah.
And so you guys are actually getting this episode probably a day, maybe two later than normal, whether you're listening on a listening platform or watching on YouTube, wherever you're watching. Yeah. But we figured that was worth it to actually get a convention episode, because honestly, this is what we want to be able to do more.
Yes.
Like, that's our main goal of once we get the podcast monetized, is to actually go to a couple conventions a year and do podcasts at the conventions, and then use some of the wonderful network that I've built to maybe get like some really interesting people on the podcast. I know you guys love listening to us, but there's actually interesting people out there
100%.
That you'll probably want to talk to.
Wait, we're not interesting?
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
no.
my wife thinks I'm interesting. That's all that matters to me.
How cool is it? Like, you have a podcast currently going on while convention's going on too. That's something we have talked about for, I think, over a year now, probably. Wanting to do this, and it's actually coming to fruition. Like, it's amazing. So.
I always love doing stuff like this at a con too, and then like right now we're early Sunday morning recording this, so it's not super busy.
Last day of the con, right?
Yeah, last day of the con. Yesterday it was just like packed.
Couldn't do anything.
You couldn't move. There were so many people everywhere. But this is my second year at Level Up Expo. I really enjoy, personally, I get to work with them as my brand, Dr. Applesauce. And so I got to come out last year and do some interviews for them. If you follow me, you probably saw some of the interviews I did with Bryce Pappenbrook and Steve Downs and Jen Taylor and stuff like that. And this year, I got lucky enough to come again.
Yep.
And I actually got to work with Level Up Expo and Netflix on behalf of Level Up Expo. So you can see a little bit of, we're not going to say any property names, but you can see a little bit of something right there.
A little teaser.
That is a Netflix property that I've been in their booth interviewing guests and celebrities all weekend long. And I don't know if I can say who I interviewed or not.
It was a great opportunity for Will.
Yeah, it was an awesome opportunity.
You couldn't say no. You couldn't say no.
It was really cool. If you follow me personally on my social media pages, you'll see some of the pictures of some of the stuff that I've done. But I got to come out to do that, and that was amazing. And then we've been making content and doing stuff like that. So that's why we're here. But as Kyle said, it is his first anime. So 100%. Level Up Expo is like a half anime, half gaming convention, and it's like the perfect combo of both. If you're hearing music, there's this giant area right next to us where people are playing this crazy Starship Simulator.
Eye tracking, everything.
Yeah, it's got a camera that tracks your eyes, so when you look around, it changes where you're looking in the game. Next level technology, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's enough about me. This is his first convention. What have your thoughts and opinions been so far? Because it's a big con, 150,000 people.
No, so convention-wise, it's been actually way more fun than I was expecting to be. Yeah. Coming in, I was a little worried. First off, starting out with just coming out here, flying out here.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I was heading to the airport, I was like, oh crap, I forgot my hat, which is part of the brand. So I was so focused on that, I was so stressed already. Had a huge flight, not realizing how far I needed to go until I was texting Will saying, hey, I'm about to get on the plane. I'm like, oh wait, I'm traveling this far.
You'll be traveling all day.
Yeah, I traveled all day, landed here, and I'm like, my first thing in my head was find a hat, because it's part of the brand, because I know we want to create content out here. Find a lids, because we went to Planet Hollywood? Yeah, Planet Hollywood was the first day.
Lids in Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, went there. They were doing Chris Angel, which was... It was fun, right?
Fun. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
And then while they were doing that, found a hat, got super jet lagged all of a sudden, but it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock during that time. So for me, it was 12 o'clock. And I mean, we already been this whole trip, we've been calling ourselves old souls. Yeah. We're too old for all this stuff.
Old men.
Yes. And found a hat, didn't really like it. Ended up deciding to ship a hat to the hotel, which was the first time I ever knew you could do that. Then go into the day of the actual first event. Super nervous. I'm not expecting anything.
He was very quiet all day.
Yeah, but also you gotta realize I'm out of my element. I'm very introverted.
Yeah.
Will, this is like, oh, it's just another day.
This is what for 5 years. This is what I've been doing. All
Introverted,
the time, multiple times a year. Yeah.
First convention, surrounded by a lot of people. I get claustrophobic real easy, so I'm like out of my element. But the thing is, like, I'm enjoying it way more. And what they say about conventions is true. I mean, we'll just say that it's true. Like,
it's sweaty. It's sweaty.
It's sweaty. It's hot, but at the same time, it's way more fun because what I've actually had a lot of fun was the interviews.
Yeah.
Day 2, that's what we did. Did all the interviews, and a lot of people, how they sell the character and also the energy they bring and how open they are to do the interviews and all. I can see why you enjoy that now.
Yeah.
It was way more fun than I was expected to. So hopefully after this podcast, we're doing more interviews, and hopefully that'll kind of transfer over into day 3, which so far today seems like a big. Oh, there's Michael Croach, right, or Michael Roach, or
who?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Michael Rooker? Did he just walk
Michael
by?
Rooker.
Oh.
That's it. He just walked by.
Michael Rooker just walked by.
Just
Awesome.
walked by. Yeah, just casually. You know, that was pretty cool too. So stuff like that you see at a convention. You just saw someone famous just walk by, like, oh, it's just casual. And then this is what you do for a living, though.
Yeah. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So day 3, a little chaotic, but at the same time, been fun. I think the most fun though has been more of like the night out situations. Night 1 technically of convention 1 was a fun night for me personally.
Yeah.
Night 2 was, more of like a lot of walking. Vegas is a lot of walking. We worked hard that day.
Yeah.
But it was still fun though.
It's
I mean,
30 minutes to walk to the place that's across the street. It's
to
kind
get
of crazy.
across the street.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
But Level Up Expo is always a good time.
Yes.
They've got a lot of really cool stuff here. Like, if you ever get the opportunity to come to a convention, or you're in Las Vegas, or you're in this area, I think it's like $100 for a 3-day pass, which is not bad. And there's just so much here. There's a bunch of different gaming companies. If you like video games, you can try out different games. There's a whole bunch of indie gaming companies. There's all kinds of anime stuff, tons of voice actors. Upstairs, they have like Super Smash Brothers tournaments,
huge
panels, all kinds.
It was distracting me so much yesterday. I love Smash Bros. So I'm like watching it. I was like, oh wait, no, you got to get back into work mode. I get to watching it.
And so this is one of the interesting things about like a lot of the stuff that we talk about on our podcast. We'll talk about, specifically we'll break down things about anime. We'll talk about like things that are going on in the anime community and maybe anime drama and stuff like that, right? And it's such a different vibe, and he's getting that for the first time. What you see is the anime community, quote unquote community online, and then the anime community when you're actually in real life.
It's like night and day.
It's not the same.
Yeah. No. Everyone here is like, oh, I love your costume, I love your cosplay, I love all this. Yeah. But online, it's just more of like hatred. You have the keyboard warriors and stuff like that too, which that happens. But
you get a lot of like, I hate saying true fans, right? I'm not trying to say you get true fans at cons, but you get a lot of the really, really like, if you're coming to an anime convention, you truly like love this. You truly enjoy what is going on with anime, and you want to go to a con for that. And so you're going to be a little more invested, a little more serious. You're probably not going to be a troll that's trolling online and stuff like that, right? You're going to be an actual fan that takes it seriously, and that you get a real look at the anime community. Now, are there, weird people? Are there nerds? Yes, I'm one of those people. I'm a weird person. I'm a nerd. You're going to find all sorts here, right? Are there half-naked people walking around in costumes?
We don't mind that. We're doing
Yes, men and women.
I just found out there's an 18-plus convention.
Yeah. It's not this one.
I mean,
I think it's Sumicon.
I don't know.
I think it's called Sumicon.
I need to find out. I need to research.
Yeah. There's one called Enchicon.
Yeah.
And they're exactly what you think they are. Yeah.
I think that what set the pace, though, out of this was when we first got here, day 1, we wanted to get the promos for the cards. All right.
The One Piece promo. We got some cool Zoro promos.
I just found out what TCG is. And
this dude never knew what TCG is.
I was like, what are you saying? What are you saying? I don't know.
I get it. If you're an anime nerd and you've never played a trading card game, but he's like, what's a TCG? And I was like, are you serious? Like, you hear me talk about Pokemon all the time.
I play Pokemon, but like I didn't know like when you actually do it, it's like
it's actually a trading card game. So
we
have an appointment in like 3.5 hours to go sit down at the Bandai booth and learn how to play the One Piece TCG. They give you a deck, and you actually learn how to play, which will be fun.
If you're going to be in Vegas, if you're going to gamble a little bit, I'd rather gamble my money on support anime than actual. Yeah. I mean, have we gambled a little bit? I mean, it is
buying
what
some
it
cards.
is.
A little bit. I haven't lost too much money.
No,
a little bit of money.
No.
I have $1 $0. I have $1 $0.
You got close, though. That was close. But to set the pace, though, the first person we meet in line, Jordan, shout out to you, man. Jordan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, recognized Will, because obviously, there's not much of a height difference if you can tell. No, that's one thing I was worried about with Will. I was like, am I going to be looking up to Will? No, he's tall, don't be wrong. So it's very easy for people to notice Will.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, I know you two from the podcast and all that. And I said,
literally, we're in line at the
Yes.
One Piece booth to get our promo.
Directly behind him.
The person right behind me.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, it's Doc. Oh my God, y'all, I love y'all's podcast. And we were like, hey, that's pretty cool, man.
That right there I was like, that was it. That was worth it. The whole trip, I was like, that's what I enjoyed the most of it. Because, it shows that, doing something we love, talking about anime, resonates with other people, too.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. That was probably my favorite experience so far.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like I'm talking good about myself. I say this with all humility, right? I get recognized from time to time at conventions. Definitely not like anybody special, but just people that like my content. They'll see me, they're like, oh, I like your content. And one of the things that I really like to do, and we did it yesterday when we were doing cosplay interviews, people will come up and be like, oh, I see your videos. I love your videos.
I remember that.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm doing videos right now. Come be in the video. So that's really cool for me to actually have fans get to be in videos. But it was awesome to have somebody behind us that enjoys the podcast and kind of shows us, hey, what we're doing with the podcast is reaching people and people are actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
And so that's a win.
But then also at the same time, that's why I like doing the hat and the black shirts. I'm not really standing out. Also, I'm just average height, I would assume. And so I'm not standing out. And I wanted to come and experience. I didn't want to be having to be obligated to do something. I just wanted to experience this convention. And I've had that experience.
Yeah. And it's big enough to get lost in. It's a lot of fun. The whole point behind all of this is, yes, it's fun that we're here at the convention.
Yep.
But if you like anime and you get a chance to go to an anime convention, maybe it doesn't need to be Level Up Expo that there's going to be 150,000 people, or Anime Expo that hundreds of thousands of people come to. But there's going to likely be a local anime convention to you, even if maybe you have to drive a couple hours, that might have 10,000 people show up or 20,000 people and some cool vendors, and you might not have huge booths, or you might, but the encouragement is go and have fun and talk to people and
I
talk
plan
to
on going to a lot
cosplayers.
of them now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be starting way soon, to go to more.
Yeah.
I'll drive to them, too, if I need to. Yeah.
It really is fun. And then if you're lucky enough, like I am, and like he is, to be able to not even have this be your job, but have a way that you can create something while you're at the convention and use that for your own, your creativity or just something that you want to do, or making, social media videos and stuff. That's just a benefit. But I even today, I really want to just be able to go around and enjoy the convention for a little bit. So we're trying to get some stuff out of the way.
Today's a fun day.
And just have, go play One Piece and walk around and buy presents for our families. I have 4 kids to buy presents for now.
Yep. No, today's more of how much money do I have left? All right, how much can I get? Pretty much. We're at that point now. I'm going to learn how to play One Piece. I'm going to see if I actually want to take that home with me. But if not, then I'll be collecting more TCG. That's the plan.
Yeah, he opened up some boxes, and I was like, we've done it now. I'm going to get a text from his wife being like, what did you do to my husband?
Yeah. Floodgates are open now.
He's just bought $1,000 worth of cards. What have you done? I'm like, that's not on me. You can call this guy, my friend Ty over here. That's totally his fault.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So we do have a couple topics that we want to talk about. A couple things that I guess have kind of happened between the last podcast, which was about a week and a half ago from y'all seeing this, and now that I thought would be good things. Oh, actually, the first thing that I want to mention is something that just happened, I think it was yesterday. So that time you guys are saying this a few days ago, but the final, whether you want to call it episode or OVA, I don't think they've actually revealed if it's going to be an OVA or what it's actually going to be. But the final episode of My Hero Academia has been scheduled. I think it's May 2nd, right?
That's soon.
Like that. It's,
really?
It's the anniversary, the 10th anniversary of the My Hero Academia anime. So I think it's May something, right?
Okay.
But just the other day, a trailer for it came out. They showed a trailer. And if you don't know, what's going on is My Hero Academia ended. So it ended in the anime and it ended in the manga, right? And so what you see is spoilers. If you haven't seen the ending, maybe fast forward 5 minutes, okay? I'll give you 5 minutes and then you come back in and not be spoiled. But what happens at the end, okay, spoiler warning, here you go. It's at the end of the anime and the end of the manga, the same thing. Everything, is resolved. All for One and Shigaraki are defeated. And then, Deku loses One for All. And then we have a time skip at the very end where it skips 8 years into the future, and Deku's been a teacher at UA for 8 years.
Right.
While everybody's out going and being a hero. And in that 8-year time frame, Bakugo and a bunch of other heroes have raised money and utilized the technology that Mei Hatsume used as a prototype on All Might during his battle with All for One.
Correct.
And took
Iron Man
that
suit.
time, that Iron Man suit, and perfected that Iron Man suit, and took all of the quirks that were from the previous wielders of One for All and imbued those quirks in that suit, and then gave that suit to Deku 8 years after the ending events of My Hero Academia, and that's where My Hero Academia ends. It shows him being a hero again.
Because I'm hoping there's clarification on that, because like it seemed before he put, as I'm remembering, before he put on the suit, look, he still had some abilities left.
It was like the lingering embers. But that was at the very end of the battles. And then once the 8 years passed, it's completely gone.
Okay, it might be that. I can't remember because I ran through it so fast at the end. But hopefully I get more clarification on how he still has abilities. I know through the Iron Man suit, though. Yeah.
He doesn't have any
and
abilities.
so that might just be the reason why then.
So at the end, what happened, because it's the same thing that happened with All Might. When All Might gave One for All to Deku, he still had the ember of One for All inside of him.
And he can still transform.
And he was still able to transform, but every time he used it, it slowly went away. Same thing at the end of My Hero Academia, is he still had that ember, but in the last episode, there's an 8-year time skip, and that ember's gone. So he doesn't have any more ability. He's just a teacher teaching students
Ember's
at UA everything he's learned. And then they give him that suit, and that suit is imbued with the quirks of the One for All users that were prior to him. So that's why one of my biggest complaints is people are like, why did they do the Iron Man suit? Why did it take 8 years? And it's like, well, you have to understand, the suit that All Might had was a prototype that took a ton of time to develop.
And they had to perfect it.
Yeah, so they took that 8 years to perfect it and to imbue the One for All previous wielders' quirks into that suit, which isn't what they did for All Might's suit. They imbued the Class 1A's quirks into the All Might suit. That took time.
The one ability that went into All for One, right? Because he stole one of the abilities.
He stole. Yeah, it was the.
Wasn't it like the Mustang one, or like the gear?
The gas.
Was
it
the gas? Okay.
The cloak screen, the smoke screen, or the cloak. I can't remember what the first one was.
So would that mean he wouldn't have it in the Iron Man suit because it's gone?
Potentially, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, after the manga ended, the manga ends right where the anime ends. There was another couple epilogue chapters released by Horikoshi that take place in that future when Deku is a hero.
Oh.
And so we see stuff that's going on. You actually see the hero rankings of people as we're 8 years in the future. And so that's what this episode is going to be. So this is like the final, people are saying episode. I don't know if it's going to be an episode. I'm hoping it's like a 45-minute OVA is what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because there's enough content there for it.
Oh,
but it does wrap up, again, spoilers, it wraps everything up. It absolutely confirms Deku and Ochako's relationship. Like, it's very obvious that they're together.
Right.
And
Nothing
it
wrong with
shows a bunch of different things that are, chief among being like who all the hero rankings are and all that stuff, which is really cool. So that has finally come out, the trailer for that, and I think that's really exciting because I'm disappointed that it didn't come out immediately, but I see it being. I mean, how cool is that the last episode of My Hero Academia is releasing on the 10th anniversary that the first episode came out?
It seems right.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Wait, so the first episode came out in the summer as well?
It came out in May of 2016.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
So May of 2026.
That's cool. I like that.
10th anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the biggest piece of news that's happened while we've been.
Well, that's one of them. That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's a good piece of news.
Yeah.
The bad piece of news is what we're talking about next, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about something that should have just came out.
I have to preface,
Don't
more
do it,
than a
Will.
cartoon.
Don't do it, Will.
What we're about to discuss,
Oh.
I do not consider to be anime. Okay? We're gonna have couples counseling.
I knew you were
after
going to do
this,
this,
okay?
man.
There's going to be couples
I
counseling.
thought in the hotel we had it. No, I was with Ty. I think we actually
No,
established.
we were all there.
Yeah,
we were all there
he was
together.
there.
Okay. We're going to talk about something that it deserves the honorable mention. Okay. You're invited to the anime cookout. Okay.
No,
you can
no.
come get a plate
No.
and take a plate home. You're invited to the cookout.
He's wrong.
But Avatar: The Last Airbender, while not being anime, is welcome and valid in the anime community and very well loved and deserves every bit of praise, okay? There's my preface, just so my OCD self and whoever's watching, we can rage in the comments or whatever you want if you actually think Avatar: The Last Airbender is anime or not. If you think it is, you're wrong, and if you think it's not, you're right, but I love you anyways.
I apologize for Will. I apologize for this, man, because obviously he is wrong. It's wrong. We've gone into this multiple times. Throughout this trip, we've talked about it multiple times. And the fact is, the reason why it came up is because Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie, was leaked.
Yeah.
And the whole process of that
Here's
is
the funny
just
thing.
crazy.
I didn't even know there was a movie coming.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They're like 20 years in the future, or they're like all in their 20s. They're all grown up.
It's a little time
basically,
skip,
right?
I guess. Yeah.
I had no idea this movie was a thing until it was leaked. And that's the ironic thing. A lot of people are like, I didn't even realize this was a thing.
Yeah. Well, granted, this might have been before their PR team was actually about to go out. And what I've seen is like how the person accessed this was supposed to be like the rough draft or maybe one of the final drafts before the movie actually came out to see if it was good to go.
If somehow that was leaked or something.
Yeah.
So it's not technically the final product.
No. But at the same time, well, it could be. But at the same time, I'm hoping it's not, because we've talked about the best way to fix this disaster of housing's been experienced on both sides. I'll tell you, both sides are completely wrong through all of this, all right? The leakers and Paramount, if we're going after this. Because Paramount, I understand where their caution is, because it could be like how Netflix took K-pop Demon Hunters. You're taking on something that people haven't seen.
Yeah. It's a risk.
It's a risk.
Yeah, it's a risk.
So I can understand that.
It paid off for Netflix.
It did, because then they had it on their site and then released it in theaters. Maybe, I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt, maybe that's what Paramount wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what they wanted to do. Because originally they said it was going to be theatrical, and then they actually said, no, we're just going to put it on Paramount. Maybe they weren't trusting it, but at the same time, this is Avatar.
I could also understand the Paramount app is, the whole Paramount streaming service is still relatively new in the streaming game compared to compared to Netflix and Crunchyroll and Hulu and all these other ones. They are still relatively new. So I could see and understand why they would want to put it exclusively on their app. Think of all the signups they would get for their app of people that just want to watch it.
I mean, they just got the UFC, which they have my business for that.
Yeah. Them getting the exclusive streaming rights to UFC is huge. So I can understand why they might choose to do that, right? I get it.
So where it comes to like, when I said both sides are wrong, I'm saying Paramount right now to fix this is just release it. Put it in theaters then.
Yeah.
I would do that because that's the only way you could probably save this movie. Just do it now.
You have so much hype and so much buzz about it because of what's happened.
Imagine this being like a huge, like just like PR scandal that they had going up. Like that'd be amazing.
Yeah, make some lemonade out of the lemons, right?
I mean, do something with it.
Yeah.
But the worst part about this is the leakers.
Yeah.
Because first off, anyone who's taking this and sharing it, wrong. But where the distaste I have for this is that people now are encouraging leakers. They're encouraging, like saying, you're doing the right thing. Take it away from Paramount. Take away their money. But like, y'all have to realize we don't know exactly why they did this.
And that's such a closed-minded perspective. Like, put it to the corporate man, the guy that's in charge of everything. It's not going to hurt anybody but Paramount. But you don't understand. Like, on the surface, the major company is the one that's taking the L's, right?
They are going to get hurt.
But it's a trickle down. And what it ultimately comes to is if things like this continue to happen, there's less opportunity for anime adaptations.
100%.
Right? So
there's a domino effect.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. So it's not just, Paramount's not going to make as much money, whatever. And honestly, and we're going to tie this into it in a second, we'll get to it, but I'm going to say it in that regard, it's a similar effect that's had on piracy, right?
Yep.
In that regard, right?
Yep.
And I think leaking is worse than piracy, and we'll talk about that why. But when you're just saying, just put it to the man, we're just trying to, these companies can afford it, sure.
Right.
But if these companies make less on a project, that means they're going to invest less on a project in the future, and a show that you might like that maybe isn't like a huge headliner could get canceled or could potentially not get a second or third season because revenue was lost and something has to be cut.
I don't know if you know about this, but Paramount was trying to use Avatar to break into the anime scene.
Okay.
Granted, they have some
even though it's not anime.
Well, just give it once. But they were using this to break through, and because you have Netflix and Crunchyroll being the top dogs on this. Like they are winning when it comes to anime.
Yeah.
And it's doing so well in Western culture that Paramount's like, you know what, I want a piece of that pie.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
An Avatar: The Last Airbender movie
was going to break it. So this right here, looking at it, seeing how the culture just stole that, ripped it, this has multiple effects that people might not realize. It not only affects Paramount, which if you're mad at Paramount, it affects them. It affects mainly, though, the artists. It affects the voice actors. It affects any future business that these people might have had from this movie. It's practically gone now.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is so messed about leak culture. You're taking away someone's hard work.
Yeah.
If you want to be mad at big corporations, that's fine. You can do what you want. But you're realizing that you're ruining what we enjoy as a whole because of you're just mad at one person.
Yeah.
And I think that's wrong.
I mean, we saw when, like, bits and pieces of the Demon Slayer movie were leaked, and, like, you see a lot of the people that work on these projects. And so we're not talking the big wigs at the big companies, right? We're talking about the normal people like us that clock into their jobs every day. And, well, I don't clock into my job every day, but you know what I mean? Normal folks like y'all watching, right? You go to work, right?
Guilty
and they're
present.
the people making these movies, making these animations, the animators, the script writers, the storyboarders, and they come out and say, man, like...
Years of work.
We worked so hard on this for so many years, and then to see this happen, it makes it feel like all of our hard work was worthless. Like, it didn't actually matter, you know?
I mean, think of us as content creators. If just something just like that just got ripped away from us.
Yeah.
All that hard work, all those years, the time, sweat.
And all of what they're doing is way more work and effort than anything that we create, right?
Yeah. And this is painful just to think about.
And that's one of the terrible things about leaks. And again, I don't think piracy and leaks are different. They have some crossover. So piracy, not exactly the same, but leaks actually can really, really hurt the release of a specific movie specifically. Okay, if like episode 1 of an anime gets leaked, well, then episode 2 is there's going to be a schedule, right?
Right.
But of a movie, that can really hurt it, and especially in a time when, like, studios are starting to look at anime as maybe a very valid way to make blockbuster type movies, right?
You have Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man being proof of that. And that's why most people are like, screw doing a full season, let's just make a movie then. If we can make a whole arc into a movie.
I think that's great.
I'm not against it.
If it fits. Right? If it fits. So here's
Chainsaw Man.
Yes, here's where I think Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man had a departure, right? The Reze arc for Chainsaw Man was such a small arc, and it was all one piece together. Easy to make a movie. The Infinity Castle arc is so big that they have to cut it up into 3 movies.
Right.
I get the decision, but I prefer the Reze arc situation where it's a nice small arc that you can make into a great movie, right?
Right, and it fit.
The Avatar: The Last Airbender, the new Aang movie, it's all fits together in a singular movie.
Yeah.
I love that idea. And leaking this stuff hurts the future potential for that, hurts all the people that worked so hard on it, and it really does have a big effect.
100%.
Especially if you're the guy that leaked it, you might get arrested.
That's what happened.
I think he did get arrested, right?
Yeah, he did, I think. And I think they're going so crazy with the charges and all that stuff too. But I'll just tell you right now, I haven't seen it, and I'm just going to wait till it comes out to see it. First off, the love I have for Avatar, and also the love I have for the people who worked on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. There's been clips and all that, and as soon as I see it, I just swipe right past it. I mean, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's either just release it now or wait. And I'm going to wait then. I mean, I'm going to see what happens. But speaking of effect that this has on people, it has also effect on authors, manga writers.
Yeah.
Specifically, what's going on right now, another leak culture situation, it's going with Gachiakura.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say I'd say it's more pirating than leaking.
That's right.
And
yeah.
I think,
but it's getting a little toxic though too.
It is. And here's the interesting about leak culture and piracy.
Ooh.
There's overlap, but they're different, right? When something is leaked, it directly can really, really mess up the release.
Right.
Right? Now, when something is pirated, it's already released typically, so that malicious effect on the release of the show isn't as big. Right?
Yeah, I mean, guilty as present, I understand like the effect that it has on it. And I understand that. I think it's just what you do with it, because what's happening now with the Gachiakura author, you have people who have like
Gachiakura's author, Kei Urana, by the way, is so based. She's becoming one of my favorite mangaka because she is not afraid.
And the way she does, like she talks and like her tweets and all that. I mean, she's going crazy with it.
And her creation is great.
So good. Great story. Love the first season, Core 1 and Core 2.
Yeah.
So you have people who have either big balls on them or no brain cells, who are literally telling, which I'm pretty sure it's the latter. You have people telling the manga author
on her tweets,
saying, "I pirate your stuff."
Her manga, the manga,
What?
not the show. So like people are. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
Like bootler pirated manga being shared in Discords.
Yep,
I didn't even know you
Right.
could do that. Right.
it happens.
And people are on her posts telling her that, which is wild for one.
Yeah, which, I mean, it's illegal. You're just confessing to a
Yeah.
crime on that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't realize this has an effect on the author themselves. And this could potentially make her not want to write anymore. Like, if the community's treating like people I'm writing for, this is how they treat me, why should I do this?
Now,
What's
I
the
don't
point of
think
this?
that would happen with Kay Urana because with her specifically.
Yes.
Because she seems like she has thick enough skin. She claps back at
handle
people
like a
all the
boss.
time. Yeah. But other mangaka, I could, maybe wouldn't want to deal with this, right?
Right.
And what I really like about her is she has had, I don't even know if it's controversy, but she's been in the news a lot because people try and tell her things about her creation, and she's basically like,
Yeah.
no, this is my creation. It's not yours. You can't tell me how this goes or how that goes, right? Like I'm the one that created it. I think I know how it's supposed to be.
Right.
So with this whole manga stuff, what I really like about what she's done with this situation, and I think it's a great example of how we should all approach situations like this. So she's told about the problem. Oh, people are pirating my manga in Discords. Addresses the problem and says, this is wrong. You're hurting the industry.
Right.
You're hurting the artist. This hurts
Right.
me.
Right.
This doesn't hurt the big company that's making everything. It hurts me as the artist.
Yeah.
And then she hears feedback from the community of people saying, hey, we get it, but like not everybody can afford $10 for every manga volume. That there is a cost associated with it that can be prohibitive to people.
Yeah, 100%.
And she takes that feedback and then she follows up and says, essentially, I've heard this feedback.
Yeah.
My producers and I are actively working on ways to make manga affordable and accessible to the people that can't afford it.
She's pretty much saying, like, what you're doing is wrong, but I hear you.
Yeah.
And I think,
And let me come up with a solution.
or at least try. I
that
think
you
that's-
can access it the right way.
that speaks mounds to me, at
Yeah.
least, as someone who's like, I'm in the industry, I potentially could have an effect or a change on this.
Yeah.
Instead of having us people affected, she could probably have change in it. And I think that's a great thing to do about that. And
Yeah.
I think handling it like a boss, though.
Yeah.
Love it. 100%. Do I think it's going to go away? No.
No,
You can't get rid of it. No. I mean, with all these sites that are being shut down right now, too,
Yeah.
one gets shut down, more coming up. Because, I mean, you had High Anime go down. You had
Yeah.
9 Anime go down. You have, what was it? AnyWatch was another one.
Yeah.
I mean, all these sites, I don't know if Will's ever heard of these, but these are
I've heard of
the
most of
biggest
them, yeah.
ones.
And like, guys, the reality is like, so for me, I'm just going to say it as bluntly as I can. I don't care.
Yeah.
I choose to watch anime through subscription-based platforms. I get that there are people that can't afford that, and that sucks. So I want there to be, like Kay Urana says, I want there to be
An alternative.
a legitimate avenue for people that can't afford a $10, $15 a month Crunchyroll subscription, a $10 a month
Right.
Netflix subscription, a $10 a month Hulu. So I get that. Some people
It's getting hard.
legitimately can't afford that $50 a month. I'm 100%, I hear it. I would love for there to be an alternative, even if it's like, hey, you don't get access to this. Like, hey, free tiers, right?
Right.
Let's give people free tiers, but you don't get access to it until it's been released
Just get
for a
commercials,
month,
yeah.
right?
Either way, they're still getting something on the back
Or
end.
you're getting hella commercials or something. We're
Yeah.
going to monetize
Yeah.
you another certain way. Like, I wish we could continue to have that because I, for one, don't care that the piracy sites are going away. I don't want people's access to be to be taken away. I just don't care,
Right.
and that's just my opinion.
The way I see it as, if you expect your anime site to stay up forever, that's on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it is. You know it's not right. Granted, a lot of people want their all-in-one site because,
Yeah.
you're listing off Crunchyroll, Netflix, you got Hulu, all these different sites, even Disney Plus.
Yeah.
All these multiple different sites. So, yes, an all-in-one, I can understand that.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're too far gone.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing it out of spite and all that, I can understand. I can hear you on that. But if it's just can't afford, then I think this is what the companies need to listen to. And I think it's a lot of people just like, I can't afford spending $10 a month on this, but also $10 another one and another one, and then ultimately you go around and rise up the price again. Yeah. So I feel like there needs to be a way to combat it. I think if you see the free options come back for most of these sites, piracy will go down. Yeah. I think that's like, I think so. It's not going to go away, but it's going to go down.
Honestly, I think every platform should have a free subscription option. And yes. You know what? If it's, hey, this option's free, but in a 22-minute episode of anime, you're going to get 4 2-minute commercials, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way, and people can play. But hey,
I'd be fine with that.
This is how you get it for free.
Yeah.
Because they're making money on the commercials. I think that's a perfect compromise, and I hope to see more things like that move forward in the anime community and like in the anime sphere. Like Kei Urana is talking about, she's trying to implement with her manga. But I think manga's also weird too, because like I pay $3 a month for a Shonen Jump subscription.
Oh, really?
$3 a month. I don't get the actual volumes. I get access to the app.
Oh, okay.
I can access any Shonen Jump manga.
Okay.
And it's on release too, as soon as a new volume comes out. Now,
right.
Gachiakudo is Kodakawa, so it's not on Shonen Jump, but like, if you want to, the majority of anime you could ever want to read is on Shonen Jump. So I think Shonen Jump has provided a very affordable method for people to be able to read manga.
Yeah.
If you have a tablet, a smartphone, or a computer, which almost 100% of the people listening to this or watching this are going to have one of those, you can read all the manga you want for $3 a month on the Shonen Jump app. I think that's a great alternative because I, for one, I could afford it, but I don't want to buy $10 manga volumes. Where am I going to put them? For one thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
just want to buy the
copies,
specific copies.
But at the same time, having access to all of it, I understand that too. Wow.
There's a few physical copies that I will want. A few, like I have a very special edition of the Full Metal Alchemist entire manga. That's like a hardcover edition. I have the first 10 of Chainsaw Man because I really, really enjoyed Chainsaw Man. I have like a variant cover of the first episode of Kaiju number 8, like the 30th anniversary of Naruto, stuff like that. That's just me. That's what I want. I want the special, because I don't have room for a ton of manga volumes. So, long story short, I hope we see platforms moving into a direction that gives access to people who can't afford a paid tier at a legitimate avenue to watch it, even if it is going to be an atrocious amount of ads. I think that's acceptable if it gives people free.
Piracy go down.
I would
100%.
think so, 100%.
It's not going to go away, but you'll see it go down.
And because anime is becoming such big business now, you kind of have to look at it like Hollywood, right? How many large, like constantly available websites are out there to go and pirate every big blockbuster movie that comes out, right? Like,
I mean, it's going to be a nonstop battle for them
it's
just
a
to shut them
nonstop battle.
down.
Yeah. The site's constantly going up and down. You don't have these big sites that everybody's like, this is where we go watch everything. As anime becomes so much bigger and you know, such a huge business now is the reality of it.
Yeah.
We're seeing the crackdown on piracy sites. So,
again, like I said, will it stop? No. There's always going to be more sites. The downside, though, with all of this, again, we said if you want piracy to go away, you gotta give something. You
have to have some type of a legitimate avenue
that can
for
pull
people
away.
to watch it for free.
Right, right. I mean, having high anime go down, the biggest one at the time that was doing more views than Disney Plus, Netflix, and I think Crunchyroll, all of them combined, they're going to be focusing on that. Yeah. And then they're going after the next one. So you take down one, that's great, but you're going to have 5 other ones come up.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do to solve this problem?
Yeah. Honestly, this would be the perfect time to do it too. Hey, we're going to wipe out all these piracy sites, and then we're going to start releasing these tiers that, like, it's free for you to watch. You're just going to watch a 3-minute ad before and a 3-minute ad in the middle.
And sometimes it can be so simple as being on Twitter. I mean, look what happened with Avatar: Last Airbender. It's Twitter.
Yeah.
Or all the places.
Think about freaking YouTube. YouTube is free.
Yep.
But they will pack these videos with ads. And YouTube is getting billions and billions of views. So YouTube is dwarfing the views these streaming platforms are doing.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's a legitimate there's a paid option for YouTube too if you don't want to have ads.
Or an ad blocker.
But, but there's a legitimate option for people to do it for free. So that's my rant that I'd like to see that happen. And obviously, I mean, we're here at a big anime convention. Like,
Yeah, it's
we
time to have
genuinely
fun
love
now.
this stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I want people to be able to access it and love it, regardless of if you have a great career or you have no money at all and you can't afford it, and you're just doing everything you can to make ends meet.
Right.
Everybody should be able to enjoy anime, and money shouldn't be a prohibitive factor to keep you from enjoying anime in a legitimate avenue. So
Right, yeah.
that's my thoughts on everything. Yeah, we're here at Level Up Expo.
No, honestly, it's time to have some fun. Actually, no. We got to get back to work.
We're going to go do some more interviews.
Got to get back to
solos.
work,
Yeah.
and then after that, we got to
We're gonna do some fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have fun. I'm going to do a Twitch live stream, see how that works, walking around, like looking at stuff.
Yeah.
It might work. It might be terrible. I don't know. We'll find out.
Service is
But
terrible in here.
guys, if you're listening or watching whatever, like, let us know. What did you think about this episode? Did you like this?
I liked it.
being being IRL for the first time, but at a convention. I like it a lot. Let us know your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think about the anime leaks, the piracy, all that stuff. Leave us comments, follow, reviews. Like, those are ways for free that you can help us grow a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only downside about doing this is that I get so distracted because I'm just like looking at everyone's cosplay, which are good. There's a lot of great cosplay. There's an Eren Yeager one that went by, like, that was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, there was a Ken Kaneki that walked by in his full Kakujo form that was
a lot
y'all
more
probably
distractions.
saw it. Yeah.
A lot more distractions. But at the same time, like, I actually enjoyed this. This was awesome.
But it's picking up in here. We're gonna go do some more stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you got anything else to say.
No, time for the fun stuff now.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Okay. Peace out. Yeah. Avatar: The Last Airbender is not an anime.
Do it, Will.